What is up, guys? How are you? Apparently I've got too many cords going on here. I've got to, let's just say my whole day has gotten all fucked up. We'll just say that. My whole day has gotten all fucked up, and it is what it is. But I've only got a few spaces on my live stream tonight. But we're going to do a little bit of, maintenance first. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance first. We'll just call it that. How are you guys? I know I didn't get back on earlier. I swear the universe is just like, you know what? Kills me. Fucking kills me. Hey, Ammo Cat. Okay. There are only 5 people on my list tonight. There are only 3 spots available right now. 6 people on my list. There are only 3 spots available right now. The reason that I'm doing that is because I'm going to have to go get my kiddo again here in a minute. Let's just say that adults are funny. You know what I mean? Adults are funny. We'll just say that. But I'm going to do a little bit of things first, and then we'll get to it. I do have a JARS live scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow. That is after my classes and all that jazz mataz. And if y'all did not get on the list tonight, no worries. We're fixing to get some stuff done for next week. So that way you guys can get on that list. On Sunday, Sunday, I will be doing new moon candles. This is the first new moon of the year. This is the new moon in Sagittarius. I don't know what the fuck is on my glasses. This is the new moon in Sagittarius. This is 100% an amazing time for new beginnings and more. What is that? That is just some bullshit is what that is. These candles will be a little different. So normally I do all kinds of extra stuff with them. These are just the candles. I have been going through a lot of my waters, my oils, things like that. We're going to have a grand old time. If you want to get on the list, you can. They're $26.26. That's it. $26.26. That's way cheaper than I normally do them for, because I feel like everybody needs a new beginning. And the vast majority of these candles are ones I found a whole box that I brought back from the church. So there's that. But let's do this. All right. This is when I say the following. There are a few rules for my live streams. One is do not be a creep and do not be a jerk, because even creeps don't like creeps and jerks don't like jerks. Do not co-read. My moderators 100% will immediately screenshot you, screenshot what you said, your account, etc. I am making jars tomorrow. I do have time. I am the one. I'm spicy. Bring it. The other thing is, don't come in here and talk about other creators. Don't come in here and talk about politics. I don't care right now. I don't. Okay. That is one thing that y'all know what side I stand on, and I am not going to allow anything to seep in here. Okay. Just saying. That can be somewhere else. We can talk about that somewhere else, but not in this live stream. This is outside of that. Okay. This is outside of that. All right. Now, let me see what I'm doing here. You know what? I will do it later. I'll do it later. So I have 2 people on my list from January the 9th, because I am just that person right now. There we go. So I have Karina and I have, is it Laona? Laona? So I've got both of you guys on my list for tonight. Y'all are first since you've waited for a long time. So we're going to do Karina first. Let me read what she said here. Okay. So her basic question is, what is she looking out for? What's next and what is she looking out for? Okay. Well, apparently we're going to drop cards. Thank you for that. It's weird. It made me set a new goal, but then use the old one anyway. So what is it like? All right. So I want to talk about these two that opened, the ones that fell in my lap. One fell in my lap and one fell in the floor. And even though they're over here, I want to talk about them first because this represents not something you asked about, but something that is pressing for you for some reason. So we're going to talk about it first. So the card that fell in my lap is Hades, and it is sideways. Okay, so this is wisdom, equality, inevitability, etc. Like I said, it is sideways. And then the one that fell in the floor is Lilith, and this is hunger and animism and the dark divine feminine. And notice that they're like this, right? So you have a masculine and you have a feminine. The divine masculine, divine feminine. The fact that Hades is sideways, and this is how it fell in my lap. The fact that it is sideways, and this may not be something that you want to hear, okay? Right now, and I'm going to say within the next little bit, maybe the next 3 months, maybe the next 6 months, 3 seems to be a big thing. This is not the time to be looking for a relationship. This is not the time to be worried about finding somebody to be in your life. There are other things that have to happen first. The fact that Lilith is over Hades like this, there is a lot of divine feminine work that needs to be done. There's a lot of massive areas of your life as far as Karina goes with the feminine, with the dark divine, with my cat being crazy, that have to happen first. So this is not the time to stress about, love, basically. If I get the inkling that you are a scam account, I don't take kindly to scammers. I don't take kindly to scammers that steal other people's faces, names, etc. If I get the inkling for a second that you are a scam account, I will pause and I will screenshot your shit. I'm just saying. Don't do it. Do not come in here and start trying to scam people in somebody else's name or in my name. I am fucking sick of it at this point. I am so fucking sick of it. And y'all know that we can't do anything to you because you're in another country, so you're going to keep fucking doing it. But guess what, bitch? I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And if y'all don't think that I am brewing up an amazing working for all of the scammy motherfuckers that are out there, because I have almost 6 years of screenshots. 6 years. So keep on. Come across it. Come across it. Because every single thing that happens to you that's bad ever, ever, ever is me. And all of the other witches that you are trying to pretend to be. I'm so sorry that your life is shit and you need to scam other people because that's a shit thing to do from a shit person. I'm so sorry that your life is so shitty that you don't even want to try and pay attention to make yourself better. If you were to put any information at all, any time, any effort, anything at all into doing something productive, do you know how amazing your life would be? But you don't. You put it into being a scammy McScammerson so you can get somebody who really needs some help. You can get their money. Cool. You won. You got 20 bucks. You got 300 bucks. You got whatever. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because karma comes for everybody. And when you continue to fuck over witches like you have been for 5, 6 years, baby, that's all you. That's all you. You can answer to your ancestors. You can answer to all of those people on your spirit team. You can answer to the spirit court when they say, why are you pretending to be a spiritual person and you're not? Why are you threatening people that you're going to use their ancestors against them and you don't know how to even use your own ancestors? I don't want that karma. Enjoy it. Enjoy every fucking bit of it. You're pieces of trash. And not even cool pieces of trash you can make artwork from. You are pieces of trash on the side of the road that's probably been burnt, ran over, pissed on, and everything else. Enjoy being that. All right, Karina. Love is not on the table right now. Love is not on the table right now. Let's look at this part. You had 2 cards come out, then those 2 fell over to the sides. So I'm going to say this. The love thing must be up here at the front of your brain, right? It might be up here at the front of your brain. Because that came out first. Like that came out first, right? So not right now. It's not in the cards. The other 2, you had 2 come out, one, and then the other came out on top. So the one on the bottom is the Eternal Servitor, which is hope, it's compassion, it's yearning, it's restlessness, it's just movement, right? And the next one is Morgan Le Fay, which is growth, atonement, and deceit. Interesting. Okay. So those are the 2 going on right now. You're not going to want to hear this, but we're going to use the crow. Not that. I don't know what it is going on with you with growth right now. First of all, you don't have to atone for somebody else's bullshit. In fact, you can't atone for someone else's bullshit. It's their bullshit to atone for. So if you're trying to atone for someone else's bullshit, then there's always going to be something that never quite get fixed with you. And that's what's going on. The growth aspect, you're working on yourself. You're doing a lot of inner work. And because the Eternal Servitor is underneath, you're doing a lot of inner work. You're doing a lot of inner child, like everything you can to make Karina more, Karina better, etc. But the problem is you can't seem to get over the hump, right? Like you can't seem to just make it over that one little thing. Because you're trying to atone for someone else's shit. You have to let that go. I'm also going to say this because there are a lot of times in your spiritual journey, and this is for everyone, but specifically for Karina. There's a lot of times in your spiritual journey that you have to set something aside. It's not time to work on it yet. It's not time to heal from it yet. It's not time to, concentrate on that, to do whatever it is. It's not time yet. You can come back to it. If you find that you're pushing forward, trying to get past something, and you just can't, then it's not time. It's okay. It's not time. Because trust me, the universe will bring it right back around and set it right the fuck in your lap. So right now, just put it to the side. Just put it to the side, okay? I think it's funny that you asked something specific and the universe is like, well, let's talk about this. All right, this flew out on top of that. Anomaly. Love is apparently the thing that you need to know the most about. So I don't know why, but it's funny that this flew out on top of those cards over there. Anomaly. The person you're looking for, the person that you need in your life, does not fit into societal norms. They don't look like anybody that you would normally date. Like, this is a complete anomaly walking into your world. So it must have been that when I was saying about love needs to be on the back burner, you were kind of asking why. All right. So can you please answer, like, what is it? You know, I think it's funny. I just looked up and it said, and maybe anything, one thing to look out for. Love. That is the thing to look out for. Okay. What do you have to look forward to? Influence and sacred space. Okay. Okay. This is why you feel like you don't really know where it is you're going yet. This is why you feel like, this is why you ask things the way you ask them on here, right? What Scooby-Doo adventures does Karina have to look forward to? What do you need to look out for, look forward to, etc.? Well, love is something you're going to look out for later, about 3-4 months down the road. But this influence in this sacred space, I find it interesting that influence has like the liquor and the cigarettes and shit like that. When influence comes in so many different forms, so many different fashions, like, it's insane how much influences us on a moment-to-moment basis. Right now, you're hearing my words, you're watching the comments, you probably have the TV going, or, you know, a podcast, or your kids or your spouse, or there's other things going on that's all influencing you at the same time, right? So you're probably only catching snippets of my words, snippets of whatever you're listening to. You're only catching snippets. But the things that you catch are the things that influence you the most. So I'm going to say, pay attention very closely to the snippets that you're catching coming up, right? Because what influences you right now in this moment is not what influenced you a month ago, 6 months ago, 6 years ago. And what influences you in 6 days is not going to be what influences you now. So be paying real close attention within the next week to the things, the snippets that are influencing you, that you're catching, that are sticking with you. And actively go back in your mind and be like, okay, for some reason, I keep catching snippets about turtles, or I keep catching snippets about vacations, or pay attention to the snippets that you're catching, because that's going to help you with the sacred space aspect. I'm not saying, oh, you should go and set up a sacred space. I mean, yes, you should. But your sacred space, let me not start it that way. Everyone's sacred space is different. Some people's sacred space looks like what you would think of as a sacred space, right? It looks like furry things and cushions and tapestries and candles and fairy lights, and you know what I mean? Like, it looks like a sacred space with altars and temples and all that stuff. And other people's sacred space, my sacred space is my bathroom. That is my sacred space. My bathroom, and then my bed. I have a big canopy bed that is completely warded, all of that. That is my sacred space, right? It took me a long time to realize that I didn't need a separate room or area dedicated to being a sacred space. Your entire space can be a sacred space if you make it one. And I think that's what the universe has been trying to tell you with the influence, that you're catching all of these little snippets lately. And that's leading you to what your sacred space is. Does that make sense, Karina? And influence comes in many forms, not just, oh, I really like that idea, or, oh, I keep seeing things about vacations, or, oh, I keep, hearing things about the color red. Influence also comes in the form of, I don't want that. Influence also comes in the form of absolutely not. That is not for me. That is also influence. Pay attention to the things that are pinging your interest and you're like, oh, I don't want that. Pay attention to those things, because when you're paying attention to those things, you're going to realize that there's a gap in between of the do wants and the absolutely not, of things that you can compromise on. And when you know the things that you're willing to compromise on, it makes you creating your sacred space and what makes you happy so you can get on these next adventures. It makes that so much easier to sort out and figure out. It also is going to make it so much easier for you to see this anomaly when he comes through. You see what I mean? It's really hard when mom goes through your space and moves and trashes your things. It's difficult. That is absolutely horrendous. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. From someone that lived in something like that for a very long time with no privacy, that is one of the worst things that you can do to another human being. In my opinion, it really is, because it teaches that person that they do not have privacy and they do not have any space that is theirs. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like at this point in my life, it's the first time I've ever had my own space that was mine. And I don't have to worry about who's in my bedroom or who's in my bathroom, or, I mean, my kid's in my bathroom a lot, but, I am very, very careful. I don't go in my kid's room unless I ask, or if it's like an emergency thing, I'll go, you know what I mean? I'll go grab what I need to grab and get out. But I don't go through her stuff. I don't do anything. If I got to take laundry up there, I set it on her dresser and I get right the fuck out, like things like that. I'm very, very mindful of that. And those of you guys that live in a space where you don't have privacy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I would almost guarantee you that you guys are all super respectful of other people's space, because you know what it's like to not have that. To not have that. So creating a space that's sacred, that's yours, is going to be harder for you right now. But the interesting thing about it, and I want you to like step back for just a minute and think. Even if you have a spouse, you have kids that sleep in your room. My kid slept in my room until she was like 16. She still does sometimes. Even if you have someone that is, you share a bedroom with them, basically, you still have that space as your space. And when you start looking at it as this is their sacred space too, it changes how you feel about it. Now, when somebody is actively trying to destroy things in your space, that's a little different. And a lot of times you can talk to that person until you're blue in the face and they're never going to change. So what is it about their space, about them, that is making them react the way that they are? Does that make sense? It doesn't mean you have to understand it. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. It doesn't mean that you have to... It doesn't mean you have to like it. But start looking at it like, what is it that their sacred space is or is not that's making them do this to my sacred space? If it's pure selfishness, then you know that you don't need to be in that space very much longer. Let that sink in. I've realized that over the last 7 years, I hoard shit. I have so much shit. I hoard shit because I had my stuff destroyed for almost 20 years. Anything that was sacred to me, destroyed. So I hoard shit. The littlest shit. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm super sentimental about little bitty shit, right? So things like that. That's what I'm talking about. If that is somebody that's destroying your stuff, then a priority needs to be not being where they can destroy your stuff. Does that make sense? I want to talk about the love thing again really quickly. 3 months. I keep hearing 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So just know that that's on your radar. So you got 3 months to get your dark, divine, feminine together, Karina, before the anomaly comes in. Just like I kept feeling like 3 months. Tell her 3 months. Stop, I did. Shit. Ugh. Fuckers, I swear. I haven't been reading a lot. So now that I'm reading, they're like, huh, huh, huh. Did that help answer anything, Karina? I know that it wasn't like a straightforward, oh, you're going to go here and then go here and then go here and then go here. But I hope that that answered some stuff. Okay. I will get this up on YouTube tomorrow. I'll get it up on YouTube tomorrow. Because it was a lot. And then you had the spicy break in the middle. You had the spicy break in the middle. All right. So, Laona is next. Gotta pay attention here. There we go. She said, is it okay to let Bodhi decide? It is both of those. Okay. It's interesting. I'm just going to pull cards. And we're going to look at them and see what they said. See what they said. See what they say. What did I miss? Sorry. But when I tried to pull out these cards over here, because I kind of did like a you know, what's coming down the pike for you. Over here, I tried to pull out cards like that thick. So what that tells me is there is so many different potential paths, ways to go, etc. I ended up pulling just 2 out, but my gut wanted to pull out probably about 15 cards. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I'm really curious to see what these are. We're going to turn them over. I'm going to tell you what they are as I turn them. And then I'm going to look at them all together and then we're going to read them. I saw somebody ask how long the list is. The list is super short tonight because there's only like 5 people on the list tonight. I will have reads up more for next week because, yeah. They're super short tonight because I'm going to have to leave here in a minute, go pick up my kid because adults can't adult sometimes. And it just is what it is. I will also be reading tomorrow night. I just don't know what time. So there's that. All right. Here we go, Laona. You start off with the Mother of Dawn, and this is beauty, agency, and compassion. And then you had 2 come out together. On the bottom, you have growth. I find that interesting. And then you have mimicry. Okay. And then in the middle, you have the Keeper of Whispers, which is very similar colors. That's what caught my eye the first. Curiosity, madness, forbidden knowledge. And then you have play. And then the 2 cards that I did pull out. The one on the bottom is, of course, the girl. The bestest girl. The Golden Empress. Magnetism, potency, confidence. And then Genie the Maid, which is humility, champion, and disillusionment. Laona, I think that this is a blueprint for your year, and I'm going to tell you why. Because these are 3 separate stages of being right here, and these are not things that are going to happen within a week span. These are not things that are going to happen within like a couple hours, with a couple of days, etc. This is literally a very long span. The first part is pretty short, like a month or 2, maybe, tops. The middle part is what's the longest, okay? And then this end is like, right now, this is where you are. You're standing at a threshold of you. I'm going to say it that way on purpose. What this tells me is that the last 6 months, you did a lot of soul searching. You did a lot of internal searching. That's a big difference, by the way. Not just inner work, but internal searching. You did a lot of looking at the world, looking at where you fit into it, etc. You have done so much work on, around, outside, inside, all of those things with you. You have done all of these things. And now you're in a place where you feel, if you were to stop all the world aside, okay, everything else in the world aside, just Laona, that's it. If you were to stop and say, how do you feel about where you are spiritually, etc., you would say, I feel like I'm on the right path. I feel like I'm doing good. I feel like I'm getting where I need to be. So you are looking for, where do you go next? You're in the doorway and you have this gorgeous, sprawling, like green fields in front of you, and you have no idea which way to go first. I'm going to give you advice that usually other people would say not to do, because I've been in this realm too long, and I know that sometimes you got to do crazy shit. Where you need to go right now is literally mimicking some other people. Now, I don't mean get on and be a scammer, okay? But you want to continue growing. You want to continue being more, being... You want to be different, but you want to continue moving forward. You have mimicry on top of it. Look at the people that you admire the most in your practice, start with your spiritual self, then emotionally, who do you look up to, mentally, physically, etc. Look at all those things and make yourself a list, okay? Make yourself a list. Remember, don't be a creep, because even creeps don't like creeps. Make yourself a list. The people that you look up to spiritually, what do they embody? What is it that you look up to about them? Is it the way that they come across? Is it the way they hold themselves? Is it how many cuss words they can fit in a sentence? Is it like, what is it that makes you look up to that person? And then do the same thing with the emotional people that you look up to emotionally, mentally, etc. Make a list. You're going to find very common denominators there, right? So let's say that you have 5 spiritual people on your list, and all of them are very steady, right? They are the same person all the time. They don't fluctuate like this. They don't do all this crazy shit. They just are who they are. They're very authentic to who they are. Mimicry is a fantastic way to A, fake it till you make it, and B, figure out who you are authentically. I'm not saying to go and start looking exactly like someone else, move over here because they live over here. I'm not saying that, but the traits of that person that you admire, start mimicking those things. When you start mimicking those things, you're going to automatically force yourself to grow. It's a little cheat sheet for you guys. Ready? When you have someone that you admire and you are mimicking the embodiment of what you admire about them, right? Like maybe I admire so-and-so over there because they're always calm and steady, right? My dad's that way. He's always calm and steady. I'm sure he got mad when he was younger, but now as he's older, he's very calm. He's very steady. He always has the greatest advice. He's very profound with it, right? I would like to be like that. So I'm going to mimic that until I either figure out where I am in life or that's what I step into. Do you see what I'm saying? Laona, the people that end up on your list that you admire, mimic the behaviors, mimic the things that you admire about them. That's going to lead you to this, okay? So madness in play, forbidden knowledge, curiosity. In looking at someone else and in mimicking the things about them that you admire, the things that you want to embody, you're technically playing a part. You're playing a part of you, but better. Do you see what I'm saying? When you play a part that's you, but better, and you look at it as playing a part that's you, but better, that play becomes growth. That play becomes beauty, compassion. That play, that curiosity, all of those things become the things that you're trying to be. This is going to be the biggest part of your year. This right here is going to be the biggest part of your year, is just playing the part of who you are, but better. And I want you to literally look at it like you're an actress playing the part of Laona. What would you do? How would she toss her hair back and triumph? You know what I mean? Like things like that. If someone were to play you in your life, what would they need to know? How would they need to carry themselves? What would they need to do? Would she dress different? Would she do her hair different? Would she do her makeup different? All of those things. This is going to be the biggest part of your year. This part right here with the mimicry and the growth, this, the beauty, compassion, etc. This starts off now. It's already started. And now that you start to get this list of, I like this and this and this and this and this, it's not going to be very long before you start to embody those within you. One of the things that I absolutely love the most, I've got to unplug that phone and plug this phone in. One of the things that I absolutely love the most about playing yourself but better is that you start to realize you can kind of do anything. When you are playing the part of you but better, you realize you can do anything you want to do. And that's where this comes in. We're going to talk about the disillusionment first, because when you guys start to realize that you can be anything, do anything, you can do anything, you get really disillusioned with the way that the world is. You get really disillusioned with trying to fit in where you thought you fit in. You get really disillusioned with mainstream bullshit, for lack of a better term. You also become very, very humble. When you realize how much personal power you actually hold, you become very humble. Realizing that you, just by shifting your mindset and playing a part as you, suddenly can make everything more, make it bigger, make it better, etc. That's a very humbling experience. Personal power does not always mean being a powerful person. Let that sink in. Personal power doesn't mean power over other people. Personal power doesn't mean that you are this amazing, all-seeing guru. It doesn't mean insert whatever here. People that have personal power and personal sovereignty look at life in a very different way. When you have personal sovereignty, it kind of doesn't matter what's going on around you because you are okay with you. The vast majority of the world acts out on stuff because they are not okay with them. Let that. I'm just going to leave that right there. Once you have this disillusionment with a lot of things, and once you have this humility, and once you realize that you are your own champion, that's where this comes in. That's where this comes in, Laona. All of those manifestations, all of those big, amazing happenings, all of the things that you want to happen, that's when that comes in. I think that by this time next year, the space that you're going to be in emotionally, monetarily, physically, is not going to be where you think. It's going to be somewhere even better. It's going to be somewhere even better. And you're going to look back and be like, man, I was manifesting this and this and this and this and this. And I am so glad I didn't get it. This year is an acting year for you, perfecting your role. And I think it's going to be a great year. I think that the universe also is just going to make it happen. I don't think you have a choice. I definitely don't think you have a choice. What happened? There we go. Anybody else been having bullshit problems with your shit? Because I have. My internet is shit. Absolute shit. Yes, the entire week. Yes. Yes. Yep. My kid is starting to see the world differently. Y'all will get a kick out of this. She's at her job and she's hosting tonight. She works at at an upscale restaurant in Tulsa. I just had some ladies leave their kids with me playing on their iPads while they went to sit at the bar and wait for a table. Great parents. Great parents. Kathy Mazzell is next. I said, there's a question on there. What do you need this reading about? She said, just give it to me. Just give it to me. What's up, Mike? Just give it to me. All right. Okay. Dude, restaurant jobs leave you with some crazy. Yes. My kid was laughing. Not laughing. She was asking. She used to ask, like, why would you tip somebody just for handing you food if you have a call-in order? And I said, because they don't make a lot of money. Even if they're the host, they still make like $10 an hour, right? Now that she's worked, she's done, ran food and hosted and all these things. She fully understands. And the thing that I love the most is my ex-husband used to make fun of me for tipping so well. Man, I was a bartender for a long time, right? If I had someone that came in, even if they were drinking water and they would tip me every single time, bitch, you're getting the best fucking water I can give you, right? You want lime in it? You want lemon? You want cherries? What you want? If I have someone that tips me well, I'm going to take better care of them. That's not why I tip. I tip because I know damn well that they don't make very much. In Oklahoma, I think it's $2.60. And I might be being generous. I think it's $2.65. That's how much they make an hour. It's how much servers make an hour. It used to be $2.15. And I think that they raised it to $2.65. But I'm probably wrong. Either way, it's bullshit, right? And then that is taxed. So they make their living off of their tips. My kid's realizing why I tip so well. If I am out with somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's somebody I'm on a date with or whatever, and they don't tip very well, it makes me think about them. Because it tells me that you, A, have never worked in the restaurant industry, and B, might not be a good person. Yeah, always a red flag. I watched a guy one time leave a $5 tip on a $120 check. And I embarrassed him on purpose. And he never called me again. And I was okay with that. When the waitress came over to pick up the tab, I said, hold on just a minute. And I pulled $60 in cash out of my purse and handed it to her. I said, he forgot to leave a tip on there. And he was not happy about that. And I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I don't care that you just spent that much on dinner. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. $5 on a $120 check. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right. Kathy said, give it to me. I have 3 stacks. The first one is the Lady of Masks. This is reclamation, vanity, surface appearance. And you have isolation. The middle, you have Nyx, which is secrets, subterfuge, and vigilance. And then you have ghosts. And then over here, there were 2 cards. The bottom one is Hades, wisdom, equality, and inevitability. And then you have Morgan Le Fay, which is growth, atonement, and deceit. And then on top of that, you have upheaval. I find it interesting that all the cards on the bottom, and I wasn't meaning to draw this many cards. This is just what happened, right? All the cards on the bottom are hopeful cards, but on the top, those are all heavy things. So you have like reclaiming yourself. You have being vigilant and keeping your secrets to yourself and things like that. And then over here you have growth and you have wisdom and so on. So like all great things. But then on the top you have isolation, ghosts, and upheaval. All right. So I'm going to tough love you. Well, first of all, there's someone around you that's making you feel this way on purpose. Either they keep bringing up the past, they keep tagging you in things about the past, or they keep just coming back into your life when you have removed them. But they are constantly making you think about the past, making you feel isolated. They're making you think back to a time when you felt cast out, when you felt isolated, when you felt like you didn't have anybody else around. Like they're doing it on purpose. I don't know if you're here or not, or you're going to watch this later, but I don't know if you remember when I did a mediumship reading for you, and I said, you know, I'm on the porch of this house, and there's this cute little lady that's opening the door for me, you know, with the big glass pane and in the door and so on and so forth. She popped in my head, and she's standing there at the door again, opening the door. This time she's like beaming, smiling really big. And there's a light like behind her. Does that make sense? Like the lights in the entryway are on this time instead of it being kind of dark. My advice, especially with seeing that, is that you need to lean more heavily on who you are, who you've always been, on your ancestral aspects, on family, etc. Whatever this is that makes you feel isolated, whatever this is that makes you feel, you know, that you're seeing the ghosts of this friendship or this whatever. And I really believe that this is a friendship. I don't think this is a relationship because I know you've been married for forever. And making you feel this upheaval. Man, fuck that person. Like, this is actually making me kind of mad. Like, I don't know if this is somebody that's actually done a working, that's trying to take energy from you. I don't understand. But they keep on coming back around to make you feel isolated again. They keep on coming back around to make you see this time when you were down. I am going to totally advise to do a return to sender. I'm going to advise to do a return to sender. This Sunday is a new moon. It's perfect time. Return to sender. Redo your wardings, your protections, etc. Cleanse your floors. Cleanse the space in your house. Just light some incense. Cleanse it all out. If you have something still from this friendship, physically, I would get rid of it. I would get rid of it. I would. If it's something nice, take it to fucking Goodwill. If it's something that you can throw away, throw it away. But you need to get rid of anything that this person has given you. Because I think that what's going on, I think when you cut this person off, when you've kind of, I don't feel like you're the like, I'm going to cut you off and just be an asshole to your face. You're that person that kind of lets things die down a little bit. Like you just kind of drop off their radar. They knew you were pulling back and they have like sunk the claws in. Does that make sense? It's almost like they're siphoning the energy. I would not be surprised to know that you have felt, I mean, aside from the normal shit, because everybody has been sick lately with whatever the fuck is going on. You have just felt this intense negative, like downward pull inside. I would bet that the things that normally make you happy, you don't want to do, you don't want to hear about, you don't want to see, like you've been isolating yourself because of this. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Whatever this person gave you, get rid of it. Return to sender. Big time. Return to sender. I also would not be surprised to know that one of your boys has been feeling this exact same thing. And I don't know if this kiddo specifically knew this friend, has something that they gave them, like whatever. I don't know. It's funny when I'm reading for you and when like your family and I'm picturing your family and so on, I know you have two boys and I see them right here in front of me. And I always see there's one here, one specifically is on the left and one specifically is on the right. And the one that's on the right, I see them in a white bedroom, right? But right now that bedroom is like a dusty blue color and I don't understand why. So I wanted to mention that because that was a big change. This is the one with the guitar. Okay, this is the one with the guitar. The other, and I see him sitting. The other one is standing. That's why I said I feel like it's this one over here. There's something over there. But you're going to have to actively fight a little bit. Like you're going to have to actively fight a little bit because this person has had their claws dug in for a little while and they've been kind of siphoning that energy off. They know just enough to be dangerous, but not enough for you to not like cut them off completely. And I think that you need to be active and fight energetically for your space to cut this off and to allow these good feelings to come back through because they're under there. This person is just kind of siphoning off as much as they can for some reason. So if you're not sure who this is, I would look at who recently has come back into your life. Whether it's texting you on Facebook, on social media, whatever, liking your posts, commenting on your posts when you haven't heard from them in months, weeks, etc. Pay attention to who has come back into your life just all of a sudden. And then it's like a blanket over all the good. The lady in the house wants me to remind you that she's always there. And she's a little ornery. Not only does she want me to remind you that she's always there, but she's a little ornery. Like she's ready to fight some bitches. She's ready to fight some bitches. All right. Kathryn Brown is next. Life be lifing. Trying to figure out what the universe is screaming at you. Got it. I would like to know. That's a lot. Cat, this is a lot that keeps trying to come out. That's a lot, see? Like it keeps trying to be a lot. Dude, this year is starting off spicy. This year is starting off super spicy. This is a lot. Like that's a lot of cards right there. Look. That's a lot of cards. I'm going to turn these over and then we're going to draw more cards on top of them. Because I feel like this is like the theme. Osiris. Commitment, acquisition, and responsibility. This is going to be a big year for you. Because when I said that, the acquisition stuck really quickly. Like, this is a big year for you. I don't know if you are starting a business, going to school, or aiming for a promotion, but yes. Be careful that you don't acquire more than you can actually handle. Whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you... I see you over there. Whatever it is you did last year, whatever it is you worked... Oh my God, dude. You busted your own balls last year getting stuff done. You pushed yourself at an intense pace last year. And the universe saw, the universe noted. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a promotion, you start a business, and you get like all the things. This is going to be a really big year for you. Just like I said, be careful that you don't take on, you don't acquire more than you can handle. There's something else there, and I'm not seeing it just yet. So that is the Wrath card, my girl. Transmutation. Caching. Okay. You've been storing energy. Release. Kat, all of the things that you did last year, all of the things in 2025 that you did, that you didn't do, that you accomplished, that you let go of, all of those things, every bit of that is going to start paying off. Every bit of that is going to start paying off. I mean, like this. The thing is, some of the payoffs are not going to be what you needed them to be. Not expected, but needed them to be. Okay? That's where this wrath comes in. There's going to be a lot of things that you put in a tremendous amount of work for like a little squeak of a payoff. And it's going to piss you off. And it should. It's going to piss you off. And it's going to pull up this anger inside of you that you're not used to. And when that happens, all of these things that you have been keeping under wraps, right? All of the energy you've been storing, all of the things that you've been just kind of like rat holing away back and forth, all of that, it's like the floodgates open. I'm going to draw another card here in just a minute, but the release is not what you think it is. The release card is not what you think it is. I am not going to say, oh, Kat, you need to release those feelings. You need to sing Kumbaya down by the river with your bare feet in the water. That is not it at all. All of those things that are getting let out with the floodgates, that is for transmutation, period. All of that anger, all of the letdown, all of the problems, anything that doesn't seem to be what you were working towards, what you were manifesting, etc., that is fuel. That is fuel. And it is the most powerful fuel that you can actually utilize in your magical practice. You wanted to be more powerful. You were manifesting being more powerful, being the caretaker of your sovereign self. You've been caching energy. You've been saving it. You've been getting it all ready, etc. You've been getting ready to move forward and so on. And you expected this release to come. You expected it to springboard you into something else. But this is completely different. This release will be an angry release. And when it's an angry release, that is 100% insane cat power. And I'm going to advise you, if you're not familiar with the story of Osiris, you should be. You should be. Because this is how I think that you're right in the middle of the Osiris story right now. Right in the middle of it. But I know that my question is why? And I don't know if that's your question or not, but my question is why? Because I feel like with all the work you did last year, with all of the things that you worked toward, that you let go of, all the growth, like all of those things, everything you did, why? Why is it that some of these things are going to fall flat? Why is it that some of these things are going to just piss you the fuck off? Why is it that this is a wrathful type of transmutation? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I really expected this to be like Lilith. Or, you know what I mean? I expected this to be the Queen of Wrath. I expected it to be something like that. I did not expect it to be the Golden Empress. You want to know why? It's because you weren't aiming high enough. It's because you weren't aiming big enough. You weren't aiming high enough. So you need this resurrection, this responsibility, and this wrath to push you forward. Because this is the Golden Empress, and it's confidence and magnetism and potency, and like my favorite card in the deck. When I said that this was going to be an amazing year for you, I think that's an understatement. I think that 100% is an understatement. Been in survival mode for a few years, finally moving past that. This year is definitely an angry year. It is definitely an angry year. But anger is such a powerful fuel, especially with transmutation. My friend, I think that in 6 months, you're going to have one of those moments, 5 months. I think you're going to have one of those moments where you're sitting down after a long day and you kind of sit back and you're just kind of grinning, you know, at everything, and you go, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My advice is going to be this. Design yourself a mark for transmuting this. It doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to have all these lines, can literally just be like a swirl or some shit. Design yourself a mark. No one else needs to know what it is, but it's something that you in your mind very quickly can do. In fact, I would recommend it being something that you can draw on the roof of your mouth with your tongue very quickly to transmute this wrath into raw power. So every time you feel like that wrath is coming up, by the way, I hope that moving is on your agenda this year. Just saying. I hope that moving is on your agenda this year. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, y'all don't spam the chat like that. Like, that's just rude, man. If you want to be rude, go the fuck somewhere else. Definitely looking to move. Good. Yeah, don't come in here and be rude. Like, I ain't about it. Go ahead and screenshot that. Go ahead and screenshot that account for me. I'm not about it. I am about this. Not about that. Am about this. I can't wait to check back in with you in like 5 or 6 months. I can't wait to check back in with you at this time next year. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's a very, very big move. It's not just something tiny. This is a big move of the kind that you stand in the middle of the room and go, oh my God, I can't believe this is mine. It is that kind of move. So just saying, it is a huge move, Kat. Are you working on a promotion? Good. I think that is fantastic. I'm so excited to check back in with you. You're like, you don't even know. You don't even know. I'm so excited to check back in with you and see where you are in 5 months. And you should 100% be excited about this. Even though you said life been lifing hard, you should be so excited. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Angel, excuse me. I don't know why I put an A on there. Got a networking trip at the beginning of March booked. Just saying. Just saying what I'm saying. I think this is going to be one of the best years you've ever had. Mike, I get to read from Mike. Stop it. What's what? You got it. See, what's what? Oh, I'm glad you caught me live too. I feel like with all the bullshit that happened over between Christmas and New Year's, and then being sick, and then just the world, and then, I mean, just adults can't fucking adult. All right, and then I'm just going to throw the whole deck of cards. I feel like I haven't been live hardly at all. I mean, because I haven't. All right, Mike. Okay, that's funny. So you had 2 cards fall out right side up, right? And they fell out like this, okay? So Hathor. So if you think of Hathor in this deck, and if you think of Hathor as the Egyptian deity, this is like the Sagittarius. This is the epitome of the Sagittarius, right? Like, loves to party, loves to be the center of attention, loves to dance, loves to do all the things like culture, etc., right? And then underneath is Ereshkigal, and I never say that right. So that's my mutilation of it. And I'm so sorry, but this is the Queen of Wrath. And this is anger and stability, instability, and suspicion. So the fact that that is underneath this tells me that you've been putting on the good face, putting on the party face, putting on like all of the amazing things. And underneath you are a seething, boiling, bubbling lake of fucking angry lava time. Like if you had just the tiniest little bitty vent, you would explode. And this is set. And this is narcissism, ambition, and short-sightedness. And that one's way over here. I can see the ambition. I don't see the other two with you. But I actually think this is someone else. I don't think that set represents you at all. Teamwork. Distraction. Somebody's trying to get one over on you. And I think you know it, but you can't prove it. You're over here putting on the good face, doing all the things, being the bigger person, while inside you are just seething. This person over here, believe them. The narcissism, the short-sightedness, the assholishness, that is who they are. They aren't just putting on an act for work or whatever. That is who they are. And this is at work. That is who they are. Believe them. They are that and worse. The teamwork and the distraction thing is what got me. And that's why I was like, all right, someone is like, I'm getting mad. Like, I'm getting mad. I feel like they keep dragging you into projects, team building shit. Like, they keep dragging you in because you make them look good. And when you make them look good, they want to keep you around. They aren't nice. They aren't friendly. They aren't someone you even like being around. And I don't even think that this is somebody that's like your direct boss. They're about to cause a big distraction at work. With this distraction, they're going to do something really fucking shady. I know that you keep emails. I know that you've kept all these little things, right? You have like this little mental checklist up here. Like they did this. Like you have all of it, right? That's going to come in really fucking handy because what they're going to do, they're going to cause a distraction. And it's going to come in the form of either, oh, I found this big thing with this project and it can't go forward because whatever I found or whatever. They didn't find shit. It's that they didn't do their fucking job. They're not going to blame it on you. What they're going to do is they're going to try to kick the can down the road a little bit. They're going to kind of cast you to the side and they're going to take this new person under their wing and they're going to use that phrase specifically. I'm going to take them under my wing or whatever. That distraction is exactly when you need to pounce with the emails and everything. Pounce might not be the right word. I feel like this distraction is going to be coming within the next week or two. I'm going to say probably within the next week. And I feel like Wednesday is a very big day. And I also feel like there's some interesting meeting that's involved. And that's when they're supposed to have something ready or whatever. And they're like, oh, well, I found this problem. And they're going to sound really, really good with it. The reason that they didn't get this stuff done is because they're working on something completely different. They have taken work from you and from, I think, probably 3 other people and made it look like their work. So that way they can go, look what I did. They didn't do a goddamn part of it, but put it together. But they're not going to give any, oh, god damn, I'm mad. Do you know who this is? Like my eye twitching. This is why I could never work in an office again. Good. I'm glad all you guys are getting mad. Like, I'm glad all you guys are getting mad. I'm waiting to see if Mike knows who this is. You have a feeling you're not shocked. Like, I'm over here, like, cracking my knuckles under the desk. Like, that's how mad I am. The thing is, I don't think there's a way to really be super prepared for it. There's no way when they bring this up for you to be like, oh, by the way, you're a lying piece of shit. Because you don't have any solid evidence yet. But know that it's coming. And I think that when it happens, they're going to expect you to either react or to say, like, they're going to expect a reaction. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. By taking that reaction away, it takes the wind out of their sails. Every bit of work that you're doing, every bit of work that you've been done, that's all. My Oklahoman almost came out. Let me go get my shit kickers on. All of the work that you've done, make sure that it has your name on it and that you have a copy saved. Not just whatever's on the cloud, not just whatever's at work, etc. Have a copy downloaded, timestamped, saved, etc. Because this moment when they do this, there's going to be questions. And when they come back with, oh, look at this project I did, etc. When you have the timestamps, when you have the date stamps, when you have all of those things, and you can quietly be like to your boss, here's all these things. Without reacting, it's going to instantly make you look like the adult in the room. Does that make sense? Because when they find out that you have all these things time-stamped, etc., I feel like time-stamping is a big, big thing, and I don't know why. I don't even know what you do. They're going to go off. When they realize that you're onto them and that you've been waiting for them to step out like this, they're going to go off, like yelling, kind of go off, causing a scene. The more calm you are, the worse they look, the better you look. What do you do? Mike, what do you do? I want to know, what do you do? Yeah, we all need to hear the follow-up from Mike. Yeah, every bit. All of us need to hear it. Everybody's invested now. What's up, Binksy? Your jar is next on my agenda, dude. Like, I'm over here, like, squeezing my... A staffing recruiter. I could totally see somebody taking advantage of your numbers then. I know I saw you say that it's not the new person. When I was describing stuff, it's not the new person. It's definitely somebody that's been around for just a little bit. And it's somebody that makes you angry. You don't know why, but you get angry every time you're around them. They will end up burning themselves to the ground before summer. 20 years, a little bit. That is a long time. That is a long time. They will end up burning themselves to the ground this summer and getting fired. You ain't got to do nothing except be like, here's their lies. Here's their lies. Hmm. I really want to know. I really, really want to know, Mike. Really and truly want to know. So you're going to have to come and tell all of us what happened. The other thing I want to mention too is that this sets you up for, it's not leadership, but it is. It's not like management, but it is. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if this is like a new position. I don't like one that gets created because of this situation. I don't know what this is. It's like over everybody, but with everybody. Does that make sense? It is a raise, though. It is a raise, though. So, like, that's the good thing. Maybe we just need to talk later in the wows. Ooh, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. Ooh, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. Son of a bitch. I'll probably get on for a little bit after I go pick up my kid later. Oh, you did not see that. Yeah, I think it kind of depends. The hell? That is, why are you doing what you're doing right now? Okay. Okay. It just kind of depends where you're from. My grandma, like, they always said, oh, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. So, but I know some people say, oh, my ears are, oh, look, my ears are red anyway. Is that ear red? Yeah. Blood pressure. How long they've been around? A long time. Like, this is not, when you said it's not the new employee, you're right. This is someone that's been around at least 5 years. They've been around at least 5 years. I also feel like they've gone, I don't know if you have different offices or what, either they've gone to different offices, they've been over here and then over here and over here, or they were here, they left and came back. Because I see like movement with them, with the job wise. I don't know why I'm like, oh, I do too. I started new blood pressure medicine last night and it's got me like dizzy and tired. It's fun. It's fun. It says I have one more person on my list, but it's not showing up. Anywhere. I don't know. It's not showing up anywhere. It's not showing, but it says sold out. So I don't know. So yeah. What's up, Jazz? How are you? I saw the Candy sneak in here. What's up, Candy Sue? Yeah, I only wanted to do a few tonight because I know I'm going to have to leave here in a minute. But we can get some scheduling done. So I don't know if Shauna told you, Candy, but I'm coming up at the end of March. I have some goodies I'm going to bring you. me put all these back here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to bring you some wasp oil. By the way, well, you can't see him because I've got my phone turned, but Manny that you brought me, I talked about Manny on the live or the podcast I was on last night. If you guys don't follow Santa Paranormal everywhere, here on TikTok, he's live every single night. But I was on his podcast last night with Splintered Spirits, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So yeah, it was so much fun. So I do spell consulting. If you can book that through my website, but I'm happy to design you whatever it is that you need to do. Oh, I'm so glad that some of you guys got it. Some of you guys got it. Some of you guys watched it. Thank you, Hobbies. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was a really, really fun podcast. That was a really fun podcast. You know it's so funny. It makes me kind of mad at me in a way because I had a couple of really bad experiences on his was timing a little odd. You know, someone that's been around 5 years. Okay. Did you have the aha bulb go over? When I say timing, I mean like I don't know if it was me lagging or I don't know what. But yeah, if you guys don't follow them everywhere, you should. The Splintered Spirits podcast is up. You can go watch it. I was on some podcasts like 2022, right? I got on a couple of them, and the first one was great. The second one, not so great. Like the experience was horrible. And then I went on, I had somebody interview me on a radio program. And that one also, I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. You're like, no way, but also not doubting. Like I said, that person acts like this big bad toughie. They act like all this stuff. Believe them. Believe them. They're not just acting like an asshole to get the job done. They are an asshole. They are an asshole. I just started doing podcasts again at the end of last year, and I'm not mad about it. Like every single podcast I've been on so far has been phenomenal. And I feel like they just keep getting better. I had so much fun on their podcast last night. I did. I love me some Gary. I love John too. Like I'm a fan now. I'm a fan of the John. That sounded really bad. I'm a fan of Santa Paranormal. Let me say that right. Because that sounded really, really bad. But yeah, I try to catch him live when I can. I'll go in and say hi. In fact, after the podcast last night, I was in my kitchen. I'm shoving food in my face, right? And I get a text from Gary, and he says, on John's live, the spirits just said she wears blue. And I was like, seriously? He said, seriously. Oh, I love that, Jesse. Yeah, I really like John. And then I did think it was funny when we were talking about, when he wanted to start talking about like quantum physics right off, and Gary was like, no, pause, And then when he told John, all right, now ask your question. That was so funny. I thought it was funny. The podcast is called Splintered Spirits. I can't wait to go watch some other episodes. Like I can't wait. What is going on? Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay. I was like, what happened? I'm looking at my schedule for next week. And for some reason, like, I don't know what the hell happened. There we go. Thank you, Christine. All right, so now we got that done. I really got to quit chewing on my... I notice I do that when I'm thinking. I'm not the person that sticks their tongue out, like, you know, when they're concentrating. I used to be when I was a kid. But now, I guess I just chew on the inside of my lips, and now my jaws hurt because of it. Is on the gram too. All right, let's see here. Shit. So my list is already closed for this evening. I'm getting it set up for next week. I'm getting everything set up for next week. Yeah, I do that really bad, Carrie. I do that really bad. Thank you, Ms. Rollers. I don't mean to, but it just happens. It just happens. I know I'm doing it because I hold my mouth a different way, and then my jaws start to hurt, and that's how I know I'm doing it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm doing it again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You are so welcome for that. That's where my brain just went. I was sitting here like, I typed in the number 13 and my brain was like, 1, 2, 3. I was like, son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. All right. It's still in my head. Okay. Actually, we'll just do this. Cha-cha. 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 Okay. I think that's a good number. Yeah. Shoot me a text. Shoot me a text. What are you doing, bear? I think there has to be an animal outside that's coming up by the door. There has to be. He keeps going to the door and like super sniffing. Oh, tower. When's my book coming out? I feel like it keeps getting put on the back burner and I'm getting a little mad about it. I'm getting a little mad about it. I need to set a date. We'll just say that. I need to set a date. Yeah, I need to set a date. Oh, I love that. You're going to have to tell me what you think of it, Fran. Now, if you get the vampire strain, keep in mind that there is a part in it where it is jacked up. The editor jacked up. Made me mad. Let's see, we're going to start at 11. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? Ugh. The gaming one. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of it. Hey, Bunny. Well, welcome. How do you make it yours? You wear it for, traditionally you wear it for 40 days, 40 nights straight. Don't take it off. That's how you attune it to your energy. There we go. The gamer one is interesting. It is interesting. It's interesting. If you would like to, yeah. Yeah, if you whatever you feel you need to do to make it yours, that's exactly what you should do. Oh, I'm so glad, Miss Rollers. I'm so glad. Shoot, shit. What is on my calendar? Hold on. Okay. Trying to make sure that I've got everything good to go right there. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Adriana. I totally got these on Amazon. They're all blue on the inside, but flowers. There's a 3-pack, and they're blue, purple, and pink. They're blue, purple, and pink. Like, I like them all. I put the pink ones somewhere, and I don't know where I put the pink ones, though. Don't know where I put them, though. The birth chart from yesterday. What do you mean the birth chart from yesterday? Like, I'm sitting here trying to think. I'm like, what birth chart? Like artwork? I haven't done birth charts in a hot minute. Oh, yeah. I've got to get them. No, there's still like 3 I've got to do. But I've got to get them to the girls so they can send them to everybody. I have not done. Why is that blocked out? Why is that blocked? Hold on. I blocked something out on my calendar and I don't know why. And it doesn't say, it just says no. It just says no. What the hell? It just says no. Which is exactly what I do, is say no. But, okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done birth charts. A long time. Oh, thank you, Ernst. How is the Philippines right now? Wait, what was that? Oh, sweet, Rindy. I'll get all the new orders printed out in the morning. All right, so Oracle reads are up for next week. Let's see how. Oh, I haven't done star seeds in a long time. March. No, July. What? No way. No way. Okay, then. A typhoon. It is 100% the best time to catch water. I have seen some photos of typhoons from the 40s on the big battleships my grandpa took when he was over there. I can't even imagine. Like just seeing those photos just from the front of a ship. That's crazy. But yes, catch that water. 100% catch that water. That's some powerful stuff. All right, let's look at the calendar here. There we go. Hey, Laona. I did yours just a little bit ago, and I will have it put on YouTube tomorrow for you. I will make sure to get it up so you can go watch it. Yep, you were second on my list. I love that you put just let Bodhi decide. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. All right, let's see here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? All right, so I haven't done starseed readings in a long time, so I booked those for next Tuesday evening. Oracle reads are up for during the week. I booked those for next Tuesday evening, though. I was just like, how have I not done those in that long? That's crazy. All right, let's see here. Yes, Kat. Right now, it's just me getting some stuff done. And I'm going to try to get all of those out tomorrow. Tomorrow and Monday. Oh, I'm sorry you've been sick, Rebecca. I feel like everybody is sick and then they feel better and then they're sick again. And then they feel better for a day and then they're sick again. Like it's kind of getting to be some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of being sick. I'm tired of being sick. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, I'm sorry your little Leo is sick. Yeah, Lily, definitely do all the knocking on the wood. Definitely. Definitely. I'm going to sneeze here in a minute. Making sure there's not a second one coming because that was a lot. My eye twitching. My eye twitching. Shit. He's not too sick for a milkshake. I mean, you know you're really sick when you don't have a milkshake, when you don't want a milkshake. Usually when I'm sick, I want Mexican food. It's so weird. Maybe because that's my comfort food, like chips and queso. You know what I mean? I would agree with that, Rebecca. Ice cream cures all. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Woo! That's a lot. That's a lot. Ooh, Dairy Queen sounds good. Dairy Queen sounds really good. Yeah, you know, Burning Sage, that we're talking about food in here. You know. Just saying. You know. I don't think I've had a live stream yet where the conversation, Okay, you know, like that's a stretch. But I would say 90% of my live streams, we talk about food. 90%. Just saying. Just saying. Coffee chocolate cake. That sounds great. That sounds great. I have a big taco salad in there. I can't wait to go eat. I haven't been able to eat a lot this week. I think because last week I was so sick and I didn't hardly eat at all. So my stomach's like, I don't want to eat. And I'm like, but I want to eat. Like up here, I want to eat. So my stomach is like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. All right, let's see here. Getting birth charts set up for next week. Son of a bitch. Damn it. There we go. Chop. Sending you a slice all the way over there. I don't know how well that would make it. I don't know. I don't know how well that would make it. Might not be great when you get it. Might not be great when you get it. All right. Astrology is up for next week. Wait, what just happened? Why did you do that? Oh, never mind, because I'm not smart. My brain hurts. Fuck. Okay. Don't you love that? The audacity! How dare you make that cake while on the phone with me, madame? I would be the same way. Isn't it good, Rindy? I just got some more yesterday. I love that stuff. Oh my God. Dipping apples in it. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Now I'm like, I could go eat that instead of taco salad. But I'm going to go eat my taco salad. Yeah, that blueberry goat cheese with apples. Oh, God. So good. So good. Yes. Blueberry goat cheese. Mm-hmm. So good. Like ridiculous good. Why are you doing what you're doing? Ridiculous good. The other one I had was like, I want to say it was like garlic and herb. Oh, that one was really good too. That one was really good too. They have one with cinnamon on it. Stop it. I'm down. I haven't tried one with cinnamon. So I got hooked on goat cheese rolled in poppy seeds. Like, so you make like a little patty of the goat cheese and then you like cake it with poppy seeds. That is one of my all-time favorite things. I had to cut myself off it for a couple of days. I had to ground myself. But that is one of my favorite things. It's so good. It's good with crackers. It's good with apples. Like it's just good. That's what we were just talking about, Misty, is blueberry goat cheese. Oh, the Merlot cheeses are really good. It's not a Gouda. I'm trying to remember. There's a cheese that I tried that's actually wine, like Merlot. And I don't remember if I want to say it's Gouda. Why do I want to say it's Gouda? I will find out. We will do some recon and I will find out. I want to say that it's Gouda. They have horseradish cheese. Stop it. I love horseradish. I hated it as a kid. And now it used to be like, I love horseradish on my steaks. Just burn your nose out horseradish, you know? Oh, I love it. Now I want a steak with horseradish. Bourbon Gouda. Oh my God. It was so good. No, it's not smoked port. I'll find out. You know what? Not dealing with that right now. Woo-saw, bitch. Woo-saw. Yeah. There is one. It's a Gouda. It's called Mediterranean Gouda. It has like olive oil and all kinds of herbs and stuff. Holy sheep shit. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Now I'm starving Marvin. Yeah. In Tulsa, there's a supermarket chain called Reese's, and they have a cheese bar. So I really need like a punch card. I think if I remember right, there's also a place in Tulsa that has a cheese, like you can go in to this little restaurant bar or whatever, and they have a cheese bar in there too. Yeah, I'm gonna blame growing up on saving starving Marvin. Fancy cheeses near me. I love that. I want to know what kind of fancy cheeses it comes up with. I want to know what kind of fancy cheeses does it say. I need other fancy cheeses. Goat cheese has been the one I'm hooked on lately. So yeah. I love South Park. See, Mama Tracy, that's why we're friends. Oh, I'm sorry, Ernst. There's a restaurant here in Tulsa. I know that you're not going to come to Tulsa from the Philippines. But there's a restaurant here that they do lactoseless queso. It's made with cashews. And when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, that's not going to be good. Oh my God. It's so good. It is so good. I was impressed. Big time impressed. Oh, I love Havarti. Now I want grilled cheeses. I probably just need to go eat my damn dinner. I need to go eat my damn dinner. That's what needs to happen. Well, I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go eat my dinner. And then I'm going to go pick up my kid. And then I'm going to come home and go to bed. So then we can get up and have class in the morning and make jars tomorrow. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You with the tomato soup. Stop it. I want tomato soup so bad. Kimberly, you don't even know. I don't know what it is about tomatoes. It makes my sugar go through the roof. It's stupid. So, all right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. I will see those of you guys in class in the morning. If you guys are not enrolled in class, why not? And then I have a live stream scheduled for 1 tomorrow to make jars. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be making jars all day tomorrow, bitches. Because fuck these motherfuckers. All right. I love you guys. I will see ya in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. No, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. We'll just say that. I'm going to shut up now. Okay. Okay, I love you. Bye.